Hello everyone, it's your Granny, and today we are going to discuss something exciting. The next few patches of Genshin are shaping up in a way that's honestly hard to ignore, and not just because of the character names floating around. There's a specific pattern to how 6.6 through early 7.0 is being set up. Artifact timing, banner placement, system-level changes being hinted at in beta files, and when you put it all together, it starts pointing somewhere very deliberate. There's still uncertainty in some parts, and I'll be upfront about where the solid information ends and where speculation takes over. In this video, we're going through the full roadmap from 6.6 to 7.0, but after a quick promo. Want more Primo Gems without overpaying? Buff offers fast, secure Genshin Impact top-ups at discounted prices, helping you save money on every purchase. With instant delivery, reliable service, and trusted payment options, you can focus on pulling your favorite characters stress-free. Stop paying full price and level up your experience smarter with Buff today. Join thousands of players already saving big. Check the link in the description. Let's start with 6.6 because this is the most grounded part of everything we're covering today. The patch is built around the Hexen Circle and Nod Cry arc, and the banner structure confirmed in beta matches almost exactly what the community was already predicting before beta started. Phase 1 has Nicole with Durin as the rerun. Phase 2 has Lohen alongside Mavica. The new 4-star Prune shows up on one of those phases. The fact that pre-beta speculation lined up this closely with the actual leaks matters because it means the people tracking this roadmap are reading the patterns right. That gives the later parts of this roadmap more weight than they'd normally have. Nicole is the main pull here. She's a Pyro Catalyst support that gives the whole team a shield, an attack buff that gets stronger over time, and follow-up attacks that don't apply Pyro, so she doesn't mess with any reactions you're already running. Even at C0, she's a real alternative to Bennett without the annoying positioning problems. Higher constellations add resistance shred and eventually defense ignore at C6. She gets better the more you invest, and for most accounts, she's the clear priority this patch. Prune is the 4-star. People keep comparing her to Venti, but it's not a perfect comparison. She's a bit behind on raw grouping at C0, but she brings off-field animo damage and a normal attack buff that makes her useful beyond just the viridescent Venerer shred. At C6, she reportedly feels like a second Bennett in Hexen Circle teams, which is a big deal for a 4-star. If you're pulling Phase 1 anyway, getting extra copies of her is worth it. Lohen is the cryo polearm on-field DPS of the patch. His kit works around a stacking system where both he and his off-field teammates build up to a big enhanced cryo hit together. His animations are apparently some of the best the game has seen in a while. The only real hesitation is the rumor that he goes to the standard banner after his debut. That hasn't been confirmed yet, but if it's true, the urgency to pull him drops a lot. One more thing about 6.6 that's easy to miss. 2 new artifact sets are coming this patch. One is built for Nicole and future Hexen Circle support characters. The other is a superconduct set. And the fact that it's dropping one full patch before the character it seems made for is a pretty clear hint about what's coming in 6.7. Speaking of which, 6.7 is where things get a lot more interesting. The main new character is Sandrone, Fadui Harbinger number 7, the marionette, arriving in playable form with a redesigned look that reflects where she is in the story right now. Her expected element is cryo or electro, and her kit is being built around superconduct, which is exactly why that artifact set exists. Superconduct has been one of the weakest reactions in the game for years. It works more as an enabler than an actual damage source, and outside of very specific physical teams, most players barely use it. If Sandrone is built to actually make Superconduct the focus, she could be the unit that changes how people think about those teams entirely. Her kit details are still early since the 6.7 beta hasn't started, but the direction reportedly includes construct or puppet mechanics tied to her marionette theme, which makes sense both visually and mechanically. The rerun side of 6.7 is what makes this patch really expensive. Columbina is expected to come back here, which fits both the banner cycle and the main narrative angle. And then there's Raiden Shogun, who is currently the only Archon without a rerun during the Nod Cry cycle. If both of them land in the same patch as Sandrone, you have 3 completely different types of players, all with a reason to spend at the same time. People who want the new character, people who still need Raiden, and Harbinger collectors going for Columbina. That's a rough patch to go into without a solid stockpile. The simple takeaway? Start farming the superconduct artifacts in 6.6. Don't wait until 6.7 drops. 6.8 is the summer patch, and it's the lighter version of the year. Temporary maps, lots of events, no major new 5 stars expected. Reruns like Zabai, Navia, and Kanich are being mentioned, but nothing is locked in. The trap with summer patches is that nothing feels urgent, so people pull on a rerun they kind of want, and then Snezhnia arrives and their stockpile is half of what it should be. If you're serious about being ready for 7.0, 6.8 is the patch where you just don't spend unless something is genuinely a priority. That's the whole plan for this one. Now, this is where things get genuinely exciting, and also where the uncertainty goes up. Snezhnia is expected to launch around September 2026 anniversary timing, which would already make it a big version on its own. But there's a leak from the same source who had very accurate Nicole kit information in beta, and the claim is that 7.0 isn't just a new region, it's a system change. The claim is that 7.0 and further versions will introduce a new reaction category called stellar reactions, built specifically around cryo. 3 are mentioned: stellar conduct, stellar swirl, and a brand new reaction between cryo and dendro that doesn't exist at all in the game right now. Normally, that kind of claim would be easy to set aside, but there's one specific detail that makes it harder to ignore. In the current 6.6 beta, Diona's C6 was updated and it directly references stellar conduct in the actual game files. Not in a leak, not in speculation, it's in the code. That means Hoyoverse is already working on this system internally, which makes everything else in that leak feel a lot more real. The leak also says a 7.0 character is built specifically around the new cryo-dendro interaction, and if that's true, Vodinitsa becomes a much more interesting figure. She's been teased with hydro speculation based on drip marketing and Slavic water folklore, but if the cryo and dendro launch character is a 7.0 unit, she fits that role. She might not just be the face of the new region, she could be the character Hoyoverse uses to actually show players what stellar reactions can do, the way certain characters were built and introduced and sell new mechanics when they first launched. If you look at the full roadmap as one picture, the structure makes a lot of sense. 6.6 drops a strong support and a superconduct artifact set. 6.7 releases the character that set was clearly built for. 6.8 gives you a clean window to save. 7.0 potentially introduces a reaction system that recontextualizes everything that came before it. That's not a random sequence of patches, that's a deliberate buildup. And if the stellar reaction leak holds up, the players who arrive at 7.0 with a full stockpile and the right characters ready are going to be in a much better position than people who spent loosely during 6.8. That's the whole roadmap. If anything changes in beta, I'll cover it as soon as new information comes in. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as participate in giveaway. See you in the next video. Bye!